Okay, Jim Robinson with the Premium Newsletter again, and this time I'm just going to pick some stocks that we're in just off the top of my head here on the list I got in front of me, and I'll just kind of tell you the way I feel about these stocks and what they're going to do. Um, I really think we're in some awesome stocks, and I really think that the market is going to take off from here. You know, it might consolidate a little more, or it might come up and then come back down and test. I mean, these markets are going to take their time and they're going to do what they want to do, but I really think that this market is a bull market right now because I think there's so much technology and so many good things going on in the world, even though you hear about all the bad things. But I think there's a lot of good things, and I think once these economies take off, I think with the new technology is just going to drive this market through the roof. Now, here's NLST. This is one that just shot up here on strong volume, and that's the big thing, the volume. That means there was a lot of demand for this stock here. Now, again, I got in here in the newsletter because you never know, this stock could just keep going. So you kind of, if it looks like it's going to go through the roof, you kind of got to get in it. And again, I did this as a buy and hold because I knew it could also correct, and we didn't want to get pushed out of the stock in a correction. And this sideways action is just classic action. I mean, this is just a consolidation. This stock has every indication that it's going to move sharply higher from here when this correction gets over. And again, this is taking its sweet time. And I know if you got into this stock, it's kind of murder watching it just every day make these little bars and everything. But this sideways action here, this is just ready to take off again. I can just tell you. And again, when the volume is low, that is bullish because that means that there's not a lot of selling pressure. That means that the buyers and the sellers have just kind of traded the shares. The people that wanted to sell, that bought over here and wanted to sell, have sold out, and stronger hands have bought in. And the stock is making just a normal correction here, and it's heading high, and it's going to head higher. So if you're not in NLST, I'd just go ahead and buy it and hold it. Um, let's see. I'm trying to pick out ones that. Okay, here's one that's just been excellent. This is a swing trade we're in, and I don't know. I just think these coffee stocks seem to be something going on with them right now. There's another one, GMCR or something like that, that's about $80 a share, and this PEET, it basically just blasted off here on strong volume. And if you look at a weekly chart of this, which we won't take the time to look at, but this is just extremely bullish too. And this is just, again, basically maybe you could maybe call this a head and shoulders bottom here or whatever. This didn't come down and make a new low, and they don't always do that. This made a higher low, and that's actually probably a stronger stock when it makes a higher low. Now in my newsletter, we went long right in this area or something, somewhere in here, and we consider this a swing trade. And I just put down, whatever shares you wanted to risk on this. But we're long, Pete, and we got to stop at we're long from about 33, right in that area, 32, 33. We got to stop at 28, which is down here somewhere, which I don't think that's an unreasonable stop considering the upside potential of this stock is just phenomenal. And now with these strong bars coming off this low here, the volume hasn't been amazing, but it's been good, solid volume. And this stock just looks like it's heading higher. I mean, that's all you can say about it. Now let's see, what else do we got here? Oh, here's one that is, I don't know if any of you got into this one, but I don't know exactly what went on with this, but I think it must be a buyout or something. I haven't had time to really look into it. But we bought this stock at 138, and I think it was back in September. And then it came up here and it closed at 352 on 128. So we were ahead like $2 a share. And now this stock, they changed the symbol, and again, evidently it's a buyout or something because it went from $3 a share on 128 to around the $18 a share area, and it's been trading there since then, and it's like closed at 1961. So anybody that's bought that stock, I would definitely sell. Not maybe not all your shares, because if it went from 3 to 18, and something's going on with this stock, and I would expect it to trade higher. But I would definitely I recommended buying 1,000 shares at $1, and it's right now trading at $19.61 a share. So I would definitely try to, sell most of your shares or half of them or whatever. But that's been just a crazy one for us. I'll look at one more here. And I know I've mentioned it before, but the reason I cut these videos down sometimes is because it's easier to upload them on YouTube. Okay, here's an interesting one. This is just a lower price stock, Ruth. I think it's Ruth Steakhouse or something. But again, it's just making a beautiful, beautiful pattern. It made a bull run up here. If you look at a weekly chart, you'll see a bull run. This is the daily chart, and this is just a classic head and shoulders bottom, or you could call it a double bottom, whatever you want to call it. And then it's made a bull swing and a test of the low, and it's heading higher. And you can just see how this, if you draw a trend line across here, this is all resistance. And let's see if I can get that number for you. Basically, if it breaks above, but if it hits about 320 a share, right now it closed at 313 a share. So basically, if it hits 320, 330 a share, I would consider that a breakout from this base. And the other thing is, here's some strong volume on this move up. That's bullish. That pretty much tell you that this higher low is a good solid bottom. It's probably not going to be broken. The fact that it made this high volume here, and a move above. In fact, I think I'm going to recommend this in my newsletter. This chart is so good. So we'll have about 3 stocks this weekend. But this Ruth is just ready to break out from a base, and I think it's going to head higher. And it might only move up to $5 a share, but still, if you buy a couple hundred shares, that's $400 profit. And there's never telling, just because it looks like, oh, it'd be lucky to get to 5. This could be a $20 stock, depending on what's going on with it. So, just the fact that you can buy it about 320, you could put your stop below this low at 270. You could, if you wanted to put your stop a little lower, you could put the stop at $2 a share, and buy a couple hundred shares. And this is a good try to go along for what looks like a sure winner. So, thanks for listening to my video again. Jim Robinson, Premium Newsletter.